Anything is possible. We were creek fishing before the storm. Put you on my chest harness. Found yourself a multi-species fishing channel. We fish for a little bit of everything. So I'm going to fish this area, not knowing what this rain did. Might have some new species rolling around that haven't been real active. So we're going to start down here, and then I'm going to get in the creek, and I'm going to work my way pretty far upstream. We'll see what we can get into. I do have you guys on my chest mounts. It's going to be a little bit harder to chat than if we were carp fishing or cat fishing or something else, but once I get in the water and move, I'll be able to interact with you guys, but I will try to make sure that I'm chatting with all you. Ooh, that was a little fish right there. Sunfish, little sunfish right there. See if I can get one. Get a little fish, and then we'll try to get bigger fish. There he is. Got him on, guys, got him on. This here is a green sunfish. Tell by the markings in the face, that's a green sunfish. Great catfish bait right there. Stephen Merchant, welcome in. We got pre-retirement, Raptor Will. Thank you all. I'm gonna move upstream because I want to get in the water, and it's hard to get in right here. But it's a cool looking tree. A big sycamore. Today's Wednesday. I finished editing a video that'll be out Friday. Friday after I have it premiering at 7:15 a.m. Eastern. Right after that, we're heading down the shore. We're gonna do another 10-day road trip, saltwater fishing. So watch for some pop-up lives with that format. Let's see, can I get in here? Yeah. This is going to be the type of live where I'm going to get into the better fishing as we go along. But I like to start down here because occasionally I've gotten into creek carp, and I successfully caught a monster down here on an ultralight once. So I always start down here. I'm without Kevin tonight. He's taking a break, which is good because starting Friday is going to be nonstop. We're camping down the shore, and there's an awesome bass pond right in the campground, and we're also like 5 minutes from the beach, so we're going to have all kinds of fishing opportunities around us. And we've gone there before, and no matter what time of year we go, sometimes it takes more work, but we always find the fish. There's a little guy there. What do we got? That might be a bass. A largemouth. That's a bit of a rare catch for here. Usually they're smallmouth. Let me get you unhooked, buddy. Let me hold you this way. I don't want to hurt you. Right there. Little tiny largemouth bass. Daniel Barry, I see him. I see Stewie. is in. Betty's in. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Appreciate you all joining. Just doing a little laid back creek fishing. It's been hot. It was upper 90s again, but then it rained, and we're kind of getting thunder in the distance, so I don't know how long we'll be able to fish. I've got about 2 hours of free time though, so we'll see how it goes. Right now I'm just fishing with a trout magnet, which is like a 1/164th ounce jig head with a little piece of rubber, split tail. That little guy. Make sure I don't have my keys in my pocket. If I don't, I'm gonna hop in the water here. Fish the base of this sycamore a little bit longer and then we'll start moving. Whoops, not a great cast. This is family friendly channel, so please be civil and respectful to everybody. Keep it clean. We do have some mods hanging out, and their job is to kind of help out when they can with that. Even if you don't see them in chat, we do have some kids who follow our channel because my sons are 10 and 12, so a lot of their schoolmates follow us. And so depending on your settings with Google, if you're under 13, you can't even chat, so there's some invisible people watching. Let me cross. It's actually deep here. It gets shallow on the other side. Ooh, I'm gonna try not to go swimming tonight, guys. I'm gonna try my best to keep you all clean. We're in English, and please try to keep the chats in English, just because if we don't know what you said, we might have to jump to some conclusions rather than risk putting something out there that may not be clean, unfortunately. I did try to learn Spanish. Failed gloriously. I did better at German. Took 4 years of German. Oh, there's a good fish. What do we got here? Just a big gill. Holy cow, he slammed it. That's my favorite sunfish right there, red breast. I wasn't expecting to catch anything there. It was one of those casts you make while you're walking. And he slammed it. Come on, buddy. Straighten the fat of his lip. They're called red breasts for that reason right there. See, the water's a little murky. We just had about 5 to 7 inches of rain in the last 2 days here. And that's coming off of drought, so there's a lot of dry dirt on the sides that's now underwater. So that's kind of what the idea was tonight. I don't know what's out. Oh, something big's on that. Look at that branch. Something big's over there. That may be a carp. That may be a carp in those branches. Let me see if I can get over there. This is pretty much where I caught that other carp on my ultralight before. Hear the bullfrog over here, right where that bank's cut out there. I'm sure he's hiding under there. There's a good mix of fish in here. Apparently there's largemouth. Very rarely catch one of those. There's lots of good smallies. There's multiple species of sunfish, or types of sunfish. There's, oh, had him, lost him. There's catfish, bullheads mainly. Trout. They're kind of burned out at the moment. It's too hot for them. Carp. I've caught an eel in here. I think that about covers it. I might snag up. Big brush pile right there. I'll do my best to keep up with you guys. Patton Brownlee, if you see me go like this, it's just because I'm actually trying to read chat. I hate ignoring people. It's just this format's tough to like see chat But you get to explore the creek with me, and it's a beautiful view, so enjoy it. We've got a lot of awesome people in here, so just kind of hang out. Buying space, welcome. Yeah, glad to have you all in here. Let's see. I do want to kind of come over here and take a look. See if I can see a carp. I don't know if that's what that was or not. I'm kind of going down the deepest section here, so I'm going to cast right in front of me and bring it towards me. I'm heading upstream. I usually, I hate saying always, usually head upstream when I'm fishing creeks. And the reason is most of the fish that I target tend to face upstream because the food's coming down, and they sit behind a rock and they watch that flow of food. So their eyes are not, looking downstream. If you were to walk down on them, there's a lot more chance that they see you coming. It's a little deeper than I thought out here. It is definitely. We swam a bit today with me and the boys, so I didn't do a live earlier in the day. It's been so hot, we've just been doing a ton of swimming. I got to tell myself to keep moving because I know this is a really good hole to catch a lot of different species. But we have a lot of water to cover. There we go, fish on. What do we got here? Woo, that's got to be a bass. Yeah, that's a bass. Nice smallie, little smallie, but decent for this little tiny creek. Come on, buddy. You're gonna be famous if you cooperate here. No, don't do that. Don't do anything crazy. Jeez, oh man. Okay. I'm pretty deep, so it's hard to keep the reel dry here, and I don't want to get the reel wet. Come on, come on. I'll hold him vertically because I don't want to hurt him. There he is. That's a smallie. They get up to 3-4 pounds and maybe even bigger in here. But they're very, it's a tiny creek, so that doesn't hold a ton of them. But this is when you catch them, when it's murky like this. There's another one. Nope, that's a rock, I think. Yes. I don't want to break this off. It's my last good jig. Let's hope it's not a snapping turtle. If I walk up to it and it takes off, I know it's a snapping turtle. I think it might be a branch because I kind of felt it move. Yeah, there we go. We got it off. All right. There's Wendy, another awesome member. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. We got 12 people, 14 thumbs up. You guys can give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Helps with the algorithms. I'm going to try to catch as many species as we can today. We've already got a green sunfish. We got a red breast sunfish, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass. So 4 species. Anyone keeping score? Let me get out of the middle of the hole. Like I'm standing where the fish would be standing. I'm kind of stupid. Let me get over to the side. We don't have too many mods on our channel. We've kind of thinned it out to keep better control on our channel. So don't ask about being a mod on our channel. If you're serious about it and you have a reason for wanting to be a mod, just shoot me an email. It's on my about page, and I'll consider it. But for right now, we only have a very limited group doing that role because our channel is growing so fast, so quickly. So yeah, and most of them are members of our channel, or like personal friends that I know in person, not on the wonderful internet. Not that you can't meet great people on the internet, but you know what I mean. All right, let's do one right down here. I wish I could see chat better. I wish there was like a way. 3 cars, 284. I love fishing. Boxcar, what is going on? Right, that's Boxcar. When people get like upset and offended and about that, I'm like, I got a job. I don't need another job. You know what I mean? I I don't. I was talking to Nolan from Mission Discover about this last night, and I think what it is people kind of take it as like a status symbol, which I get. It's too bad that like YouTube can't come up with something different. Like, you know, some websites have top fan if you're there like so many times or so often. I don't know how that works. My understanding is like a percentage because it just knows how often you visit. It would be cool that they would have that on YouTube so that you would show up a different color or something, or some type of indication that, you know, you were like a top fan of that page. I think that would be kind of cool. I'm going to get, I don't know which side I should go on of the island here. I could pick up a creek chub. It's like the only spot I ever catch creek chubs are back there. Let me see if I can get one. Oh, I'm going to have to get all the rocks. These are little clams. I don't know if you can see these little white circles, but they're all clams. I'll get one for you. If I don't fall. So the raccoons and all kinds of little critters and birds just gnaw these things, eat them all up. They're hard to spot them until they die, but they're actually living in here all the time. And that's great bait if you're out walking a stream and can't catch nothing. Just grab one of those clams, crack it open, and put that little tiny piece of meat on. Let's do a few casts over here while we're here. We're going to come out and fish this rock, but I'm going to first fish this back area here. 15 awesome people. Yeah, maybe I'll make you a mod Boxcar just for that. I'll teach you. You're going to be a mod now. No. Ooh, there was a dark shape. Oh, he took it. Oh, he's off. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I saw this dark shape dart in and slam it. Let's see. Let's see if there's any decent smallies hanging out by this rock. It's kind of secluded back here, to say the least. We got any buying spaces in. We got Tim. Yeah, remember Tim from the wrong side of the state. What's going on, Tim? Let's see if anything's over here. There's an old tree stump. Yep. Oh, what do you got? What do we got? A largemouth. That makes sense. Hiding out over on this side. Little baby largemouth bass. There's no current there. So the smallies, oh, there he goes. The smallies like more current than, say, a largemouth bass. Pocket like that, no flow, usually won't have smallies. I hate going near these rocks because it's all cut out underneath and you never know what's under them. Oh, get up here. That's typical of this creek, is all the deep holes are right next to these rocks. So lures like this, any lure that you can like vertically jig is deadly, because you can just kind of get any fish that might be hiding under these rocks. Let's see. Probably a lot of little fish up here. This is like a little like estuary here. It's so shallow that the big fish can't get in here for the most part. So it's just loaded with minnows back here. Let's put one out there. Oh, right away. Fish this, I missed him. I saw somebody say glacier shark. Glacier shark in the house. What's going on? My Alaskan bro. Watch this. 20 bucks is a fish. Oh no, don't do this to me, fish. I just won't bring this rod out of the water. Oh, there he is, thank God. Okay. Red breast. Too many to count. That's how many. Too many to count. Same size as Alaskan salmon. These things are monsters. Let's see. One more fish over here if we're lucky enough to get it, and then we'll move on. I want to hit that big boulder on the other side. We're going to walk about a mile upstream, and then I'll probably end up just walking the road back when it's dark. It's kind of what I like to do here. Now I'm under the rock. Let me turn this. We're going to vertical jig this straight down. It's only about 4 feet deep. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Let's take one more cast and we're out of here. Next spot after this. I fish here a lot throughout the year, and took it right there. What's always amazing is the difference in seasons and what fish bite. Like, I've only caught a fall fish here maybe 5 times, and all of them have been in the middle of winter. So different fish get active at different times of the year. And that's a beautiful marked. That's a red breast right there. This is the trout magnet with the actual jigs that come with the trout magnet. My favorite thing to do is to take these off, the little rubber thingy, and put on a Berkley Power Trout rubber worm, which is maybe comes about to here, about the same thickness, but just a little bit longer, maybe 2-3 times longer. That thing is deadly. And then if you're getting short strikes, I'll just keep breaking off pieces till we're shorter. I don't know, there's like a barrel here. Let me see if there's a catfish in this hole. There's a hole in the front of this. There's got to be something in there. Let's jig it down there. Come on, buddy, you home? All right, heck with you. I got other fish to fry. Let's go this way. I only fell once last night, so, or 2 nights ago. It was the last time we did a creek live. I'm getting better. Here's a good chance for me to get down. Ooh. 2A, what is going on, my friend? Good to see you. Just doing a little creek fishing here in between storms. There's a little baby smallie right there. I don't know if you guys can see that little minnow here. It's got like a real red tail. That's a smallie. Whoop. Okay. So right behind that boulder, the fish like to hide there. Like I said, they're watching that current upstream, and then that food is coming down, and they want to take advantage of that food flow in the current, but not work too hard. So Anywhere you see that good flow and current, any little eddy or any little rock or any structure that they can hide behind and get out of that current but see the food is kind of money. You know, that's what you want to fish. This is fishing the trout magnet. It's kind of like a cross between cover and water and finesse. It's somewhere in the middle. So if you're like newer to fishing, you know, some baits are made to just like you can just cast and rip it in. The advantage of that is you can cover a whole lot of water. You can move fast. And then maybe if you get a bite, then you turn around, throw something that's more finesse, which just means like a rubber worm, something that takes forever to reel in. Just depends what they're hitting. This is somewhere in the middle. I struggle with being patient enough with it. Sometimes I want to bring it in too quick. I've also learned when you cast by a boulder here, especially in this location, can't speak everywhere, and you don't get a hit right away, you kind of get like, oh, you know, nothing there. It's kind of on the contrary. It usually means there's a nice bass hiding, and all the small fish are afraid to come out because it will eat them. I've caught a couple 3-pounders in this hole, so I know they're here. It's just usually going to catch them on some huge bait. And the problem with that is you're not going to catch anything else. Doesn't make a very entertaining live. Got 17 awesome people in here. Appreciate you guys tuning in, spending some time. Let's see. Sorry if I miss you. I'm trying to catch you all as your chats come up my screen. I've got a chest mount and it's got this bar across it, and so your comment kind of goes into that bar, and then like 3 more people will comment, and then I'll see your comment as it goes up the phone. So I'm always late, in other words. Yeah, I think Stuart just got some of these trout magnets, if I recall, from Mission Discover. So I like to fish them across and more like upstream and bring them down with a constant jigs on the top. I don't know if you can see. Let me point you guys up to my rod tip, just like this. And it makes it look like it's kind of swimming, but coming with the current. That's typically how I fish these. You can also put them under a bobber, and they're pretty deadly that way, just floating down. I guess they look like some type of bug. Just let it get down in that current a little bit deeper. A couple more casts here, we'll head upstream further. Yeah, fishy, fishy. Let's figure out how we're going to get up here. This is a little sketchy, this immediate section. Better put my hook up so I don't get tangled when I fall. Here we go, upstream. Maybe we should take the island up. We'll see how deep this is. I'll try to get across here. Backhand to cast up here. There's a nice deep hole right here. Had a nibble there. Come on. Come on. This fish is like right at my feet by now. See if he's still biting. There's a nice fish up there, just came up. See that ring in the water? That's a decent fish. I'm hoping it's a smallie and not a carp. Let's see how close we can get to it. Got 2 pound fluorocarbon here. Well, that was a hit. Waiting for the fish to tell me where they are tonight. So you can see, if you have no idea where the fish are, why covering a lure that's kind of made to cover water can be helpful. You can kind of run and gun. Oh, little guy there. And eventually you'll get lucky. Hey, Burn. Appreciate you, buddy. See if I can get you the thumbs up here. There you go. Appreciate that. Got a super chat right there from Burn. Really appreciate that. See if I can hit the heart. Wow, I can never do that. There's Mark. How'd you make out today, bro? I was shocked you popped up there. I couldn't get in there. I was finishing up editing. Ooh, right away. I was finishing up editing a video and getting ready for the weekend, and but I saw you were live and you had like a big crew in there. It looked awesome. I think you were catfishing. I don't know if you were carp fishing also. NJ's got some awesome lives. Usually goes early in the morning. Well, Eastern Standard Time. Getting some little hits there. I hate to discount any hits, you know, like, it's a little fish because it's a little hit. If you guys remember my live a few weeks ago, the little tiny hit on the catfish rod turned out to be a 30 pounder. So you just never know. Let's see here. Hope your neck's feeling better. I've been running 4 miles every morning. Today was the first day in like a month. I just woke up, my legs were shot from, I ran a little bit harder than usual yesterday and it was hot. My legs were shot. Been swimming a lot. I think that's what it is. The swimming during the day with the boys is tiring me out. Man, my neck feels better tonight. I think I just needed a day off from running. Get out of this spot. I don't know if you can see that, but there's big boulders in the water here. So it's 5-6 feet deep right there. There we go. What are you? I can't even catch up to him. There he is. Got to be a smallie. Large. No, smallie. Yeah, smallies. Everyone likes to discuss what's the hardest fighting fish. I'll say for the first 3 seconds, it's probably a smallmouth bass, but they can't keep that pace up. They kind of fade, but they hit it so fast, so hard. Their goal was to like get to the first rock or log that they can get to, and then they're going. Whoop! I even got that on camera. But for me, carp, all around, carp's the best fighting freshwater fish. Another one, Thin Boulder Field. They're coming so fast, this feels like a bluegill. You can't even hook up to them. Another red breast sunfish. red breast. Seven, 17 awesome people. Did I just catch a fish? The rod between my legs? I'm trying to read that. Yeah, it's real hard for me to read what you guys are saying like in depth. So sorry if I miss anything. Got 24 thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. These lives are growing on me. Not really growing on me. I just thought, like, who wants to see this? So I always just do like catfish or carp. But this is what I do like every night. I found myself like, you know, sitting there doing my 2-3 hour carp lives and then fishing at night for fun. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go live when I go creek fish. And if anyone wants to come and get some nice views, I swear, the harder I work on YouTube, the worse I do. And like when I don't care or just go out and fish, like I feel like things go better. It could just be because I'm having more fun and people know when you're having fun and when you're not. I don't know. I'm not sure, that might work for me, but I think NJ does best when he's agitated. We all just sit there and, whoo, man, did you see that jump? That was a decent smallie, like a 12-inch smallie. Holy cow. Let's see if we can get another one under this rock. I didn't know he was that big. He must have ran right at me. I should have brought a, oh, come on, hit it again, buddy. I should have brought something a little bit bigger to target a decent smallie. I mean, I've caught 3-4 pounders on here. It's just not ideal. I'm gonna try over there on the other side of that boulder. I'm hesitant to move up there right away. Just a little guy, I think. Another red breast. See ya. Tell you, they're hungry. They don't always hit that fast. It's been so hot here and so dry that I think these guys are going on a feeding frenzy. I got a lot to do with getting ready for the shore yet, but this is the kind of, there we go, fish on. These are kind of the nights you can catch something either unique or special, so you just get out there and make sure you're on the water those nights. Red breast sunfish. Throw them up in the shallow, maybe you can see them a little bit. Trying to rest that spot a little bit and cast around. I'm going to come back to it. Let's see if I can maybe get that smallie. Hard to use this with an upstream retrieval. I very rarely catch anything that way. I'm going to bring it down the current. Had him. We had him. Tangled on the end. Yeah, so we'll be camping at a cabin next week. So our lives will be popping up. We'll be down in New Jersey, Atlantic Ocean, doing some saltwater fishing, multi-species, and a lot of catching and cooking. One more cast here, and we're going to move on. Another big boulder just under the surface right there. So I'm going to try to cast right between the boulder that's out of the water and the boulder that's under. That's another great spot to catch some decent fish. Let it get down a couple seconds and it'll start twitching. There we go. Got to be something in there. This was so, ooh, hit it right there. This was so low up till a couple of days ago, you could just sight fish. The problem with sight fishing though is it's hard to get them to bite because they see you. I think my chat froze on my side. Let me see if I can get it started again. All messages. All messages. Yeah, sorry if I missed you guys. We got 15 awesome people hanging out. I appreciate it. 25 thumbs up. There we go. Fish right here, right at my feet. Greenie. That's a green sunfish. Looks like I'm casting at the same place, but I'm not really. These are ambush fish, the smallies are. So they're holding in different spots around this boulder, and I'm just trying to go past the crevice that a nice one might be hiding in. I got a good bit of water to cover. I'll show you around this creek. Do some casting while I walk too. Covers it. Super shallow, but I'll bet you there's a little sunny up there. This is only like a couple inches right here. But watch this. Oh, he's off. There, he's back on up. The little fish in this creek are afraid of the deep water. You can tell if you release a fish and you throw it out there, there we go, right away. It just darts for the first shallow spot it can find. It wants nothing to do with the deep water. It's a sign that you had a bite. Tear your skirt right off of it. Hey Jackson, appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for coming in here. Welcome in. We got a new video coming out Friday. It's part 3 of our recent 10-day road trip. Some surprise catches on that one. There's another species of fish that I was told that don't live in this spot. But you know how fishermen are. They like to keep secrets. And I had some intel. And I'm like, I don't know. It's worth a shot. There we go. What do we got? What do we got? Is that a... That looks like a hybrid. I don't know. I'm not good when they get the hybrids. It's definitely got green sunfish in him, but looks like he's got some bluegill in him too. Hey Ted, what's going on, buddy? Off the Hook Outdoors. Just doing a little, not micro fishing, but creek fishing. I had a decent smallie on for this creek. He just ran at me and jumped like 2 feet in the air and off he went. Green sunfish, red breast sunfish, smallie, largemouth. Just every cast is these little guys, but I know there's some big ones in here. You probably got some storms too, but we got some bad storms and like 5 to 7 inches of rain last night. So see the logs and everything are all moved around. So I figured I'd come out, see what the storm did and see if there's any monsters lurking out in dumb places. I saw not far from here, I missed my PB smallie last week and I fished this stream a lot. I never saw, this fish was 3 pounds bigger than any other fish I'd seen in this creek. It was a monster. In fact, I thought it was a carp, dismissed it as a carp. Fished the hole for a while, and then as I was walking through the hole, the thing swam next to me and I realized it was a smallie. And I was depressed the rest of the night. Because I know I could have caught it. He was aggressive. He was feeding. He was chasing bluegill. Where's the big guys? Where's the big guys? Off the Hook Outdoors is another Pennsylvania fishing channel. So that's the state we're in. We're on the east side of the state. And Ted's a little more out on the west side. Right there. See if anything's in that little hole. Yep, there is. What do we got here? He's in the current, but I think we got a smallie here the way he's fighting. Man, right at my feet too. Yep, a little smallie. A little bit nicer. Whoop. There, there he goes. Oh well. You have to take my word for it. I see somebody saying Mike's Fishing Home. That's a great dude right there. Thanks for coming in here, Mike. Appreciate it. I'm like right at my feet. All the sediments in the water from the heavy rains, they can't really see me. And I caught the rock. Time to move up. Oh, we got it out. Okay. Watch the tip of my pole in this cast. I'm just going to let it float, see if it hits. Of course not, right? Of course not. Yeah, I guess they want that little bit of jigging that I'm doing. Let's go on the front side of this boulder. Oh, man. See some of the bugs that are hatching. Not sure what that is. But that's probably a large diet of what these guys are eating. Insects. Got to get this guy hooked in properly here. So a little bit of rain, hopefully it doesn't affect the camera. There's really nowhere to go for cover here either. Wild Japan, what is going on, buddy? We're doing a little multi-species here: panfish, sunfish, smallies, largemouth, maybe a carp, maybe some catfish, bullheads and bullhead catfish, fall fish. I've caught crappie in here, yellow perch. You never know what you're gonna get in this creek. Throw a little bait like this, you can catch just about anything. Let me get deep right there. It's a nice big boulder. You want it? Turkey. That little tiny sunfish bit it and just swam at me. Oh, get up here. All right. Heading upriver, guys. Yeah, Mike, this is one of my favorite creeks around just because of the boulders. It's not typical around here. It's kind of a rare geographical area. Geological area, maybe. So it has all these deep runs next to these boulders, and some of these boulders are right away are like 10 feet, deep over your head. Goes from an inch of water right over your head. Greenie, oh greenie. I wish I had one of those power worms. It would really increase the size of the fish that I'm catching here. But we're going to catch a lot of fish with this. Just have to work our way through them. Show you the rocks I'm walking on. A lot of the streams here are kind of messed up from like developments and building, where like all the grit and that sand washes in, and what happens is a lot of the fish can't lay their eggs, and you just don't have the aquatic life. This is this is more how a stream should be, in my opinion. I think that's a real opinion, but it is my opinion. I think it's a fact. We got another greenie. They don't always bite this good, even though they're little. Some nights you come out here and you really have to work to catch anything. So hopefully we'll get something decent here. Another little greenie. Oops. I could hook one of these little ones up and throw it for live bait, but not really in the mood to do that tonight. He's on it already. These guys are hungry. I'm not even going to fix that jig because I know I can catch one. How hungry they are, even without fixing it. Maybe not. They're hungry but not stupid, apparently. Let me fix this. Oh, we got some money here. We got some money here. Ah, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew would do for me. Thanks, buddy. All right, Ted. Have a good one, buddy. I'll catch you later. Have a good premiere. I think you were live last night, too. I missed that. I'll get you on replay soon. Oh. Come on, fishy. Ain't easy being classy. Right in the main current. Let's see if we can get anything out of there. One more in the rock, and then we're going to move up to the next run. There he is. What we got? Guys tired of seeing green sunfish yet? I am. See you, buddy. I don't know how I want to fish this. Let me cross here. Actually, let me throw one on this side of the rock. Not where I wanted it. Oh, this fell in. We got 18 people watching, 29 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up if you can, guys. Appreciate it. Wow, look how deep that is right there. Let me drop one in there, see if I can just see the currents. It's got to be in the current for them to bite. Then it looks like something that just washed in. All right. We got to get over these rapids and then up to that big boulder is a nice hole. Might be a sunny over here. Let's hit this boulder real quick. Not enough flow for smallies. Could be a cat. You just never know. Let's give it one cast all the way back there to the sycamore. There we go. Whew. Do it again, buddy. Oh. All right. Another greenie. I love the moss that grows on these rocks here. There we go. Gotta move on. Gotta move on. I know you're hiding there. I know. Look at this amateur hour. You can just see like the dark shape with the deep water right there. I'm gonna let that one drop a second and then there we go. Oh, he's off. Must be a little guy. There, he's back on. Hey, if you like seeing a whole bunch of fish, you came to the right place. But I'm not doing this to catch a bunch of fish. I know there's some decent fish in here. Just fishing through. Oh no, don't hit that. No, 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 no. Okay. I want to break this off. Stickerel. Yeah, it's not always like that, Jason. Every cast, not always like that. But that is a good sign of a healthy stream. They might not be huge, but what it is, it's bait for the big fish that do lurk in here. Allows them to have that plentiful food source. And I think it's also, it also makes catching the big ones a challenge because they do have so much food. The problem is that this gets so low that it's really easy to target the big fish because you know exactly where they are. But fortunately, most people don't know. They get tripped. There's a few techniques you need to know. The big fish really just. At least in here, you've got basically one, maybe two casts, and you see them chase your bait, and you're like, oh, this is easy, I'm going to get them. And then, they won't go again. He tricked them once and that's it. Jinxed me. Now I haven't caught 2 casts. He jinxed me. I know where one is though, right in that little hole. There he is. This might be the smallest of the day. Boy, it's tempting. It's tempting to grab like a size 4 hook and throw one of these dudes out there. If Kevin was with me, my 10-year-old was with me, that's exactly what he'd be doing. Right in that hole. Look how dark this one is. Pregnant too. Belly on her. Catch a muskie and a pike. I've caught a nice muskie. Nice 50-incher. But not in this creek. But it's real rare around here. It only took me about 40 years to get them. Just caught another one a couple weeks ago, but in full disclosure, that one I caught with my hat and it was about 3 inches. The little minnow. Caught him while I was swimming. I saw this little minnow. I was like, that looks weird. What is that? Reel's getting jammed up a little bit. Making the hook set missing a couple because of it. That's one more cast. This is a good spot. Can get it in there. What's going on, Reel? What's going on? I don't know. You just can't get a good reel for $10 anymore. Didn't cost much more than that. It's like Walmart special. And I've dunked it in the water many a time, so I guess I shouldn't complain. Oof. Okay. Let's work our way around this boulder. Keep rolling. We fish for all different species on this channel if you're new to us. You tune in one day, you tune in the next, we're fishing for something else entirely. We're the ADHD of fishing here. Nothing. This used to be catfish heaven right here. Oof. I'm gonna risk snagging this up, get it in there. There he is. Get out of there. Fight. Good Lord. It's a fishing show. You're supposed to fight. I'm gonna find a big fish, guys. I'm gonna find one. Last time I fished this boulder, I caught a trout out of here. Middle of June. Fishing is magic. I appreciate that, buddy. Bank fishing. I am wet wading, which is just walking up a creek in your regular shoes. Appreciate that. I appreciate trying to read without hurting my neck again. It looks like Panda Shisti. New name for me, so I appreciate that. Yeah. Price doesn't matter much. It definitely makes a difference on a lot of the things. But we just, we fish so hard that I really just, oh, that's a better fighter. What do we got? Another smallie. You can just tell they fight so much harder for their size. So that's a different species there. We've caught a couple of these, but if you just popped in, you might not have seen this one before. This is a, whoa, don't, you gotta tear you off. Don't do this to me. Your mouth is little. That's a smallmouth bass right there. Beautiful markings on its face. Let me get them back. They fight so hard. If I recall, there's like a big rock underwater right there. I try not to cast in the same exact spot every time. Try to kind of fan cast, work your way around. Oh, that reel is getting caught up a little bit. That's the boulder right there, remembering. There's another one out there though. All right, Mike, thanks for coming in here, buddy. Man, my eyes are, I'm getting old. My eyes are shot. Is that Knighton? You have to try another spot. Why? Why do I have to try another spot? Too many fish here? Sometimes you got to fish through a spot, you know? Just the fact that you're catching tons of little fish does not mean there's not a big fish there. In fact, we just walked through here, I don't know if it was 2 nights ago, and we saw a ton of big fish because the water was about a foot lower and you could see them, but they just wouldn't bite. So I figured tonight, now that we have a foot of fresh, muddy water here, I'm going to go cast at every boulder that I saw a big fish at. All right, Nighty McKnight, we're gonna try a new spot, bro. First, we're gonna cast up here, though. See, this is out of the current, so I don't think we'll get a smallie here, but we haven't caught a catfish yet, which is a rare catch on one of these jigs, but if you were watching 2 nights ago, you saw us catch a few that way. They're hungry. Lure, this is just a trout magnet on 1/64th silver jig head with the actual plastics that it comes with. My tip, I just ran out of them because they're so effective, they get eaten all the time, is to try to take this, you know, if you're fishing like I am with a, small fish, take this rubber thing off and replace it with a Berkley Power Trout worm. A little bit beefier presentation, catch beefier fish, and you can still catch the small ones too. Now we're getting close to the area that we fished on the live a couple days ago. I'm getting up into that area. Some of you may start, well, some of the OGs of the channel may already recognize this area, but some guys who watch it not as frequently, and girls, and guys, as I say guys, because I'm old school, but I mean everybody, you may notice, that this spot's the next spot you're gonna recognize. I think that's what I was trying to say. There's a dam coming up. Oh, come on, there's a decent fish right there. That was either a trout or a nice smallie. Saw him turn on it. You saw brass flash under the lure. Let me put that back over there. Oh, it's thundering now. All right, be that way. Knock the get the spider webs out of here. I don't need a brown recluse bite tonight. The reel, it's a Sienna 1000. It's just a little ultralight. It's got 2-pound fluoro on it right now. It's SOS brand line. I think it's called SOS. It's actually made by the same company that makes the trout magnets. I'm not sponsored by Trout Magnets or anything, I swear. But it's like I'm multi-species, but I spend a lot of time in the spring trout fishing for stockies, and I just slay them on this and end up just leaving that on there most of the year for the creeks. And I find the line strong enough to bring in 4-pound smallies usually. So no need to do anything differently, really. This is another good spot right here. Yeah, the reel I think was $20 to $30 range. So these rods came from Walmart, and I'm not a fan of Walmart, but they come with a reel. It's junk the reel comes with, but they're $18.88. So I just keep the rods. When that first reel breaks, which doesn't take long, then I buy the Sienna at like 500 or 1000 and put it on there. It's nothing special, but it's not a bad reel if you take care of it. Just I fall in too much. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, come on. I haven't really caught one since the thunder started here. My favorite spot's coming up though, but I don't want to rush past this one. This is a really good spot too. I feel like I say this about every boulder. But when you're old and you fish somewhere all your life, you have all these memories of these great fish you pulled out of these holes. So you just keep going back to them. When you find a good fishing spot, I've learned this from years of fishing. Like you find a good fishing hole, even though there's a big fish there and that fish dies or you catch that fish, it's going to be replaced by the next dominant fish because the dominant fish take up the best spots for food. That's kind of how it works. So if you find a big fish in a hole, always try that hole because that fish will come and go, but there'll be other big fish taking its place. All right, be that way. Let me move up. Let's go to the Mushroom Rock. Can't discount the middle of the creek after a flood though. These fish are confused. Who knows where they are? During the flood, fish usually go up on the sides, but with this creek, it's actually like the middle is the shallowest part. There's a little deeper spot right there, it looks like. There we go, fish on. Oh, fish off. Felt like a smallie, not a big one, but he was fighting a little bit harder than the last couple. There we go, fish on. You gonna stay on this time? Red breast sunfish. Get a nice little release on him. Hopefully you saw him, I didn't see him. Ah, from Australia. Nice. Nice, Jason. Anna. anaconda? No. No anaconda. We have nice animals here that don't try to kill us like Australia animals. We got a few, but they're just sad compared to Australia. Brown recluse spider is one of the little tiny thing, doesn't scare you, but if you get bit, my dad got bit and almost lost his arm one time. They're nasty little things. I mean, I live in Pennsylvania, and you know, U.S. is a big, diverse area. Oh, come on. So there's different animals in different states and different parts, but pretty calm where we are. Down south, they have water moccasins. But I don't think there are any comparisons to anaconda. See how quick that bite window kind of closed on us. I don't know if the thunder did it, but they kind of just, I'm still getting bites, but they're not taking it. They're not just slamming it. That one did. Redbreast. I mean, they're beautiful fish. Love the spots on them. This is a nice deep run right here. There he is. Where you going? Down the current? He might be half decent. No, he's another redbreast. Catch up to it. The current's going so fast. Trying to hit the seam on that run. The seam is literally just the edge of where the first fast current hits the slow current. I'm only saying this for something I know a lot of anglers, this is like common knowledge, but this is like a informational type channel, and kind of why I started the channel is we've started meeting so many people, especially during COVID, that were getting into fishing and just had no idea how to fish. Where I was brought up, you know, in a whole family that fished, so I just kind of learned as an infant. And what I found is people didn't know the most simple, basic things because they felt dumb asking. So if I say something that seems like duh to you, just know that there's somebody, I think there's somebody out there, like the dude I saw spooling his line backwards. You know, there's always somebody out there that needs that information. And they might not want to ask it, so I'm just going to say it. Yeah. Well, there ain't going to be any smallies over here, but maybe we'll get a cat or something. Oh, that's the mushroom rock. Kind of looks like a mushroom or a muffin. Oof. Come on. I love fishing creeks because every storm kind of changes the shape. There's a fish. That's a good fish. That's a good one, guys. That's a good fish right here. I don't know. Oh, he's off. Did he break me off? He broke me off. Dang. I should have been checking my line because I caught a lot of fish tonight. He shouldn't have broken me off that easy. Dang. All right, let me dig in my box, see what else I got. Dang. He got into that deep current and Gonski. Dang, dang. Now we got to figure out what are we going to throw. I think I'll throw one of these tubes. Jig type thing. Yeah, that's I screwed that up. I should have been checking my line. I guarantee you there was some frays in it, because I didn't pull hard enough to break that off. Even though he was in that strong current, and he was probably a 1 pound smallie or a decent trout. Probably a smallie this time of year. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't judge me, I'm old and I can't see this 2 pound line. I have to hold it down to something black so I can see the dang thing through the loop. Through the other loop. Spin on it. Pull it tight. Trying to bite the line. I'm telling you guys, I'm getting old. I'm falling apart. Chipped my tooth biting some hippie lead. I guess it was aluminum or something. I've been biting split shot leads my whole life, but I bit this thing and my tooth broke. And it's the tooth that I usually tie lures with. Come on. Try that again. My favorite hole is like right around the bend. I want to hit that before we call it. Appreciate you 14 people hanging out. 38 thumbs up. Amazing. Just amazing. Gosh, I can't even see this. It's starting to lose a little bit of daylight here. I don't know what time it is, but it's got to be close to 8. But jeez. Good Lord. I literally can't see this. Let me turn this way. Maybe it's easier. There we go. That's better. Getting old is not fun. Can't tie a knot, tie a lot. That's what Bill Dance says. I'm going to put a little assurance knot on there. Let's try that. Let's try that. All right. We might only have time for a few more casts anyway. Let's get up there. Oh, here comes the rain, guys. Here comes the rain. We're going to skip right to the hole I want to hit. My phone is semi-waterproof, but I can't stay live during it. It'll get all messed up. This run right here is the one I want to hit. Cross here. Amazing how strong this water is. It's only a couple inches deep. If you guys are ever going, playing the creeks and you don't have any experience fishing, Just believe me, respect the water's power. A couple inches is amazing, the power of it. If I lose the live for any reason with this water, I want to thank everybody for coming in. There we go, fish on. Oh, he's off. Oh, we have rock bass. I always catch rock bass in this spot too. We'll see if we can catch something like that. This guy messed up my jig. Dude. Dude, you destroyed my jig. What the heck, man? What the heck? How rude. Yeah, appreciate you all coming in. Please give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. We'd love to have you subbed and notifications on so you can see when I go live. I do fish every day. Love to have you in the community. I want to thank all our mods, our members and mods. Well, that's a decent fish. Come on. That might be a rock bass. Oh, decent smallie right there. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 buddy. Come on. Chillax. Darn it. Okay. He's out of here, guys. Now my jig is completely falling off. His jig is so shot, but I got like maybe one more cast here and I'm gonna get out of here. The rain is coming. I got to get all the way down out to the road up by that bridge. I'm gonna climb up out of there and head out of here. I might lose this skirt. And I'm gonna call it now because I don't want that skirt falling off in the water. Try to keep the creek as clean as I can. All right. We're done, guys. I'm going to keep you live just so you guys can kind of see as we get up out of here. And let me get a rock out of my shoe first. That way I can put the phone in my hand and kind of chat a little bit better on the walk out of here. But first, let me, oh yeah, I don't think I have to cross any more water. Let me take you out now. Let's see. Looks half decent. Let's do live. Save up for a nice boat. I got nice boats. If you're talking to me, I got nice boats. I've got a fleet of boats. I own a business in Alaska for fishing. Ain't nothing like walking the creeks though. I love it. And you can just jump in when you're hot, when it's 100 degrees. Love it. I'll stay live to the car if I can, Stewie. Raptor Will, appreciate you in here. There's Austin, nephew Tickler. Jason K, thanks for hanging out with us. There's Sue, Bud Files. I'm texting and walking, this is dangerous. Sampy's in the house. I'm going backwards now. Knighton's there, Rip Jason K, Knighton. You guys are the chatty ones anyway, see? Paul B. I don't know if I said hi to you or not. Sorry if I missed you. I have a nice 14-footer here. All my other boats are in Alaska. Hear that thunder? Here's an old mill they're restoring. They're almost done it and a flood messed it up, but they're restoring it again. Divert some of the water back here. Comes through here. And if they want me here, I'll get out of there. Hey, Captain Clark, what is going on, bro? Yeah. Someday. I'm actually, you know, limited finances. So I took early retirement because our company was outsourced, like half of America is right now. So took the first package they offered and went full-time on YouTube. Fortunate that my wife works, decent job. So we're just busting our butts trying to make things meet till the kids are old enough. And my younger one is definitely up for guiding in Alaska, so we'll be back up there hopefully in a couple years. doing that whole thing. So I can't make any, boats are sometimes hard to sell. But they say the happiest day of your life is the day you buy the boat, and second happiest day of your life is the day you sell your boat. So I'm thinking right now selling my 14-foot aluminum V-hull boat and buying 4 kayaks. We have 1 kayak right now, but I would like to be able to kayak with our whole family. It's great exercise. We can fish together, exercise together. We live right on a huge creek that's a river system that takes you all the way out to the ocean if you're crazy, hundreds of miles away. So that's kind of what we're thinking. But yeah, I sure am, Captain Clay. Already, my kids are great, but like every kid, they got issues, man. And they've grown so much just since I've been doing this full time. And I couldn't do it without my wife doing what she does. It takes teamwork. But boy, man, you don't miss that time you get to spend with them. I mean, we fish, swim together. I'm sitting there editing videos. Kev's next to me, like learning stuff. I'm just basically, as far as YouTube, I'm like holding down the fort. When Kevin's up and running, I'm just going to be editing and netting fish. He's like the superstar of the channel. I'm like an old boring guy that can drive a car. But I see these young YouTubers out here, and for the most part, like the guys that everyone talks about, like I just can't do that, because to me that seems like phony or something. I don't know. There's just some piece of that's not the word I want, but there's just a piece missing. I don't know what it is. But in fact, most of the anglers I like don't even, like that I talk to, like growing up with, parents, everyone else, they look down at YouTube, especially like with fishing and stuff. So that probably shapes how I am on YouTube, I'm sure. But it's awesome. You're 9. All right, so my boy's 10. Yeah, you're my boy's age. You would love fishing with my boy. This kid he loves, wherever we camp or whatever, he tracks down people and goes fishing with them. Like, he'll look up for somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing, or that he knows better than, and he's already like a fishing guide. He enjoys them catching fish more than him catching fish. And I mean, I love that, because that's how I am with guiding. I got to the point where, like, I don't care if I catch another fish the rest of my life. I just like being out. It became like my style. I like being out on the water, and I prefer to see other people catch fish, especially nice, cool people. Yeah, it's a long trip. It's a long. I'm pretty picky on who I fish with. Hold on, let me wipe the raindrops off of here. I'm pretty picky with who I fish with, but we definitely have some fun, that's for sure. Like, I'm not big on fishing with like a group. Fishing's usually my alone time. But there's maybe 1 in 10 trips I'll go with somebody else. Like Nolan from Mission Discover. We're a good pair because we have different strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. So, all right, there's my car with the windows down, getting soaked, and nice police officer over there. Hopefully he's not waiting for me. I don't know what I did wrong. Yeah, that's water on the Lanz Glacier. It's pouring here. Stewie told me to stay live, so complain to him. Don't complain to me. But yeah, I'm gonna run. If I turn the camera around, it's going to be even worse. Look at it. It's horrible. You can't even see me. But I appreciate you all coming in, and we'll catch you on the next live. Peace out.